I might as well point out the elephant in the room. Notre Dame declined a bowl game. Like, what? Who does that? You were so close to the playoffs, and then y'all decided since we didn't make the playoffs, we'd rather just hang up the cleats for the rest of the season. That's stupid. Think about the seniors who are going to get drafted this year, and they're not going to be able to play another game because they're too busy hiding in the corner of the locker room crying because they missed the playoffs. Here's an idea. Join a conference. Ever since I heard this news, I've been irritated because they had the gimme last year. They made the natty last year over a gimme schedule. And now they missed the playoffs and want to pitch a fit and not play a bowl game. According to College Football U, the teams that declined a bowl game are Notre Dame, Kansas State, Iowa State, Florida State, Auburn, UCF, Baylor, and Rutgers. My biggest issue on here is definitely Notre Dame. All these other teams, they can take time out, refresh, worry about recruiting. Right? Notre Dame is already a stacked team who were next door to making the playoffs. Why turn down a bowl game? I've wondered that. It gives one more game for your seniors that are to get drafted or hopefully to get drafted. That gives you a good game. Put in your backups. Put in your freshmen. Put them in. Learn what you need to run with next year to make yourself better. Or in Notre Dame's case, to make the playoffs. But I would start off by joining a conference. You know what, since y'all declined the bowls, since y'all declined bowl game, how about you spend the time and join a conference? So what does this mean for bowl games now? Are we just going to get rid of them since nobody's going to do them and sit in the corner and cry like Notre Dame over here? Or are we going to just keep them and be forced to deal with 2-10 teams? We just turn down bowl games because we missed the playoffs now? That's just the most crybabyest thing I've ever heard. Instead, they'd rather bawl their eyes out, hide under the blanket, and cuddle up with their parents. Y'all know what this is? This is because of NIL deals. And I will stand on top of this hill. NIL deals ruin college football. This is why Nick Saban stopped coaching. NIL deals ruined the sport. It ruined the program. Because they're more worried about getting paid, getting this and that, free scholarship, all this, instead of playing the sport they grew up loving. Let's say someone has these two options. Let's say they have the option between Old Dominion and Auburn, right? Obviously, you would want to go with Auburn, right? You would want to go with Auburn because they have a better football program. Old Dominion offered more money. So, you end up going with that choice. While at the same time, I can understand based on a different perspective of you choosing there so you have a better chance of becoming a starter due to the lack of positive recruiting or having a bigger name. Which one will you be more successful at? Auburn. Then Old Dominion? Auburn. Old Dominion cannot compete in the Sun Belt, while Auburn can't compete in the SEC. Yeah. I mean, that was just those are just two poor teams, ain't it? Anyone who agrees with Notre Dame not playing a bowl game is definitely they're either a newer football fan and just don't know what's going on, don't care, and just trying to hop on the wagon. Trying to hop on the bandwagon of Notre Dame. Yay, they should have made the playoffs, but they didn't. I'm going to bounce on top of their... Or you're like me and no, they did deserve to make the playoffs and they should have shown to me that I was wrong by beating a good team in a bowl game.
Notre Dame declining to play in a bowl game because they didn't make the college football playoff. Where do you stand on this right now?
As someone who's trying to put myself in the shoes of the Notre Dame players, for the last month, basically, you told us if we did A, B, C, and D, we're going to be in. We handled our business. We dominated. We watched a team that got in over us get absolutely destroyed.
Dominated? Okay, sure. Y'all dominated. Okay, bet. Y'all dominated. How about we check out who y'all dominated? Boom! First game, y'all lost to Miami. Understandable. Better team won. Y'all lost to Texas A&M. Also, Better team won. Those are the only. Look at the rest of these. Okay, boom. Lost to Purdue. Beat Purdue basketball school. They suck. They beat Arkansas. Okay, cool. One of the worst in the SEC. Beat Boise State, who haven't been good since Ashton Genty. Beat NC State. Beat USC. This I will praise y'all for. Good win. Beat Boston College by 15. Beat Navy. Another ranked win by beating Pittsburgh. Beat Syracuse by a lot. And then beat Stanford. Now let's compare this to somebody who made the playoffs. Let's use Alabama for an example. Lost first game. That did not look good. Beat UL Monroe, beat Wisconsin, beat a ranked Georgia team who I think is the best in the season right now. Best bet. Like, they're just the best right now. Beat a ranked Vanderbilt, beat a ranked Missouri, beat a ranked Tennessee, and then South Carolina. I'm pretty sure at the time LSU might have been ranked or they were just knocked off the ranks. I'm not 100% sure. Lost to Oklahoma, best defense in the SEC. Beat Eastern Illinois, beat their rival Auburn, and then lost to Georgia for the second time because it's hard to beat the same team twice. Let's compare these, shall we? Let's compare Notre Dame and Alabama. Notre Dame beat Pitt, number 22, and beat USC, number 20. I think that was right. If I'm wrong, correct me. Those are only two ranked teams they beat. We beat ranked Georgia, beat a ranked Vanderbilt, beat a ranked Missouri, beat a ranked Tennessee. That's 4 to y'all's 2. If Notre Dame deserved the playoffs, we deserve to win it all. And we're not going to win it all because Georgia's going to absolutely wipe the floor. Oklahoma's going to wipe the floor with us. Let's just be honest. Notre Dame did not deserve to make the playoffs. Y'all are just delusional and blindsided by a wrongdoing or whatever it is. Y'all just want to hop on the train. Hop on trends. This right here proves me perfectly. 10-2, 1-2 against ranked opponents, 42nd strength of schedule, and they're not in a conference. Point proven. That seals it. That should automatically seal it.
Let me get this straight. Notre Dame is so butthurt that they missed that playoff that they're skipping bowl season altogether. And now teams are just skipping bowl games, and this is the softest thing I've ever heard. First of all, Notre Dame, this is completely your fault. This is truly the one time that your independence has truly hurt you. You scheduled Texas A&M and Miami and lose to them both, but beat everybody else. It doesn't really matter if you beat all the cupcakes if you can't finish a game against a good team. I'm not saying Notre Dame didn't deserve to be in the playoff, but the way you schedule these games and not being in a conference really hurt you there. It was bound to happen.
I'm saying they didn't deserve to make the playoffs.
At some point. But where's the competitive nature to skip bowl season altogether? And
because of NIL deals. There's no more competitive aspect of college football because of NIL deals. They're more worried about getting the money than playing the sport that they love. Same thing with coaches. They don't coach for the love of the sport anymore. They coach for the money. Let's say I play football, for example. Obviously, I can't. But for example, I get the choice between Alabama going to my favorite team, home state, and then LSU offers more money. I'm going with Alabama. I've been a fan of them since birth. Well, not birth. I'm not even going to lie and say that. Well, since I liked football, I've been a fan of Alabama. They are my home state. I would go to Alabama. It's not that hard. Or at least for me, it's not that hard.
Cowardly, immature, and pathetic by Notre Dame, withdrawing from a bowl game because you didn't get into the college football playoffs, even though your team is 10-2, cowardly. Immature. You robbed seniors of their final football game of their career. You robbed under...
Alabama can go with 3 losses. Cool. 2 of those losses were to ranked teams. I'm just throwing that out there. 2 of those losses were to ranked teams who I think are better than us in every aspect of the game. That's not the same with Notre Dame. But we wouldn't know because they get tossed up the rankings just because of their schedule and just because they're winning. Guess who they're winning to? Boston College and NC State.
Classmen of 3 more weeks of development on field. And furthermore, you robbed your fan base of another exciting and thrilling game because you didn't get into the bowl game you wanted. You're not the first team, and you won't be the last team. My freshman year, Oklahoma went to the national championship.
Ohio State and BYU lost and dropped in the ranking Alabama lost but didn't drop. Why? Because we lost to the best team in college football. Y'all might generally be stupid.
Game with one loss, even though we had one loss when we beat Oklahoma. It happens. It happens. You build resiliency. The next year I went to the national championship game. It happens, Notre Dame. Everybody can't go.
Look, he set himself up. The players voted. What do y'all not understand? Because the coach was starting a temper trend. So they're a bunch of quitters. That's what they are. They're a bunch of quitters.
And also, how you gonna complain and moan about not being able to go to the dance when you ain't even have no great wins all season? And that's like you was undefeated. Like, let's be real here. Last thing I'm gonna say is this states and sets a terrible precedent in college football. We got 10-win teams, 10-win teams turning down bowl games now. This is something children do, something kids do.
It is. It is.
I love this move. I fucking love it. What else is Notre Dame?
And I would love for you to stop watching college football, but we don't get that, do we? I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna
The
force
bowls are
myself to this
meaningless.
one.
The college football landscape.
Did you just say the bowls are meaningless? Nah, I can't with this dude. I can't with this dude. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Got it. Bowl games don't matter anymore. And there's a dog diaper in my floor. So apparently to him, they think that bowl games do not matter anymore. What about the game? Ohio State, Michigan. One of the most watched games every single year. Every single year. It's either them or the Iron Bowl every year. Oh, guess what? They're bowl games. They're bowl games. And then we played Alabama played Michigan last year. Guess what? Also a really good game. But apparently it doesn't matter anymore. The wannabe lumberjack over here thinks that bowl games are meaningless. I say that my point has been proven. Point is, Notre Dame is a bunch of sissies for declining bowl games. That's what I'm getting at. They're a bunch of crybabies who have had everything handed to them, and I'm going to end this before I go on another rant. All right, I'm out.